right, welcome back, everybody. EP 35, offline. And I'm going to go offline and you're going to hear the rest of the story. Maybe. But I'm going to take you through what I basically do every day. And that is not be on the internet. And I have some daily things that I do, some other activities that involve the dogs. Cooking, I make my own food. I make everything. I make bread. I don't trust them. And so we're going to go through some things offline, some stuff that I do. I try to be transparent, ordinary guy. All right, when I first seen this property and before we purchased it, I seen that they just had a building. The building was just a building, and we thought, well, hey, we're going to turn this into a B&B. And methodically, I did that. And the process was slow because it's just me. And I don't really, unless we're of equal, which means we work the same, then I'm probably going to do it by myself. So here was the start of it. I put a fence, and you have to remember, all through here, all of this was dirt.
2 feet is too short. See, 3 or 4 is fine if somebody, I'm tall, so I'm thinking,
and I was just measuring out the distance, how I was going to put it up. And remember, I'm messing with desert soil, and I'm going to tell you about some things that happened because I didn't understand really what I should put down there. Actually, I should have probably used poles, metal poles, like fence posts, and then put the fence up with the metal posts because we're up here and it's a lot of wind. About 3 times a year, it's about 55 to 65 mile per hour wind. So if you look out here, nobody has no flimsy stuff up. It's got to be solid, whatever the structure is, and mainly metal, concrete, brick, something heavy. And here I come with my little fence. But I got it in there. I got it up. It's still holding up. I'm going to show you some of the pictures of it now.
We're getting ready to do some stairs.
I like to take the pictures
concrete
with the trees,
stairs, center blocks.
It's
It's
an outstanding
we'll see how it go.
Picture. Outstanding look. But that's the beginning of the B&B.
I see what you did. You made a scoop because this was a higher level. You can't just pour. You can't just pour.
It's going to save me a lot of time if I just take my time. That's all this. This is going to take me less time if I take my time. If I try to dump this shit, it's going to go all on top. It's going to do all kind of weird stuff. And I'm cool with that. Just take my time.
And I got this idea off of YouTube. Like I told you, I'm offline right now, but when I go online, I look for stuff like this and different informational things and some media things, but mainly stuff like this. And so I appreciate you watching the video. This video has a lot of interesting things in it. Different variations of things, food, animals, and such. And I appreciate you sticking around. And so I'm just cleaning it up. Make sure that it's solid. Make sure that it don't crack. That's the important thing. And so this is some of the stuff that I do when I'm offline. All right, so I got it in there. And now that it's dry. Okay, so yeah, I'm offline, but when I come online, this is stuff I come online for. And I got these concrete stair idea from YouTube. Shout out to Mr. Craig Seaver. This is like 8 years ago. 1.2 million views. And these center blocks are about $2.76 a piece. 60-pound bag of concrete is about $8.90 something. To finish this up, it probably was less than $50. So one stay is gonna take care of these stairs, concrete stairs. Shout out to YouTube.
All right, y'all. What is it? Oh, it's Saturday. We in real time, but this is how it looks now. I finished it. This is how it looks now. There's the stairs.
Okay, now that he's finished these concrete stairs, John is hungry, and since he prepares all his meals, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a breakdown or some presentation about his food and food preparation. Take it away.
Offline EP35, and also I put aside about 2.5, 3 hours a day to prepare food. Like I told you, I cook my own food. I cook everything, dessert, whatever. Don't trust me. And so it's important to understand what to put in your body, how your body reacts to certain things. I do eat protein and meat. She doesn't. That doesn't mean that she's vegan or whatever. We just both know our bodies, so we eat differently. And we don't get into the labels and all of that. And it's cheaper because you can buy flour, rice, and all that in bulk. Even if you're buying protein, you buy it in bulk. It's cheaper. Offline. That's the only way you get to know yourself, get to know your body, get to know what you can eat, not to eat, because you're not constantly putting all kinds of crap in it. And no, it's not expensive to actually eat a certain way. And no, you don't have to be vegan to actually eat a certain way, because if you know your body, it's many of us that you gotta have protein. I work, so I need protein. That beans and certain specific things does not work. I know this because I know this for myself specifically. And that's why I tell you, if you get offline, start looking inside yourself, start getting some things together, because what's really is what you got to really pay attention to is the food. And not that, well, I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's why you budget, that's why you look at certain things, and you get the best quality stuff that you can get within your means of what you can make, and it's not expensive. I'm going to show you. From Costco, I think it's $17 or $19. I'm going to get the exact price. I'm going to actually show you. This bag, 25-pound bag of flour, lasts 4 months. Make all my bread. Buy rice the same way, and everything else the same way. So I don't have to be going in there every 2 or 3 days getting stuff that I don't need. You know, the fancy writing, the all the box stuff. You know, with all the preservatives, all the extra things on it that make you go get other things, that make you do other stuff, that make you end up on ID or something like that at one of those fast food places because you lost your temper about something you shouldn't have in the first place. So I'm going offline. We're going to start the show. We're going to do some visual and some pictures with some commentary. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Just be patient. We're going to get this day started.
I'm sorry that you find me in this peculiar situation, but at this time, at this moment, I am very busy looking for my lucky penny. John could actually tell you himself, but he's big on presentation, so he is going to show you how he makes dog treats, apparently, save some money. Plus, I think it's better for the dog. Enjoy your day.
This is, once I've gotten it into there, I will show you how I do make the dough. I didn't do the whole process, but here's the dough. I didn't do the whole process at the beginning. I will at some time, but this is dog treats. I'll show you when it gets done. All right, so I'm back. So I'm gonna cut them up into squares, and then we're gonna fry them. This is for, you know, the dog treats. So I put pork and a little bit of cheese in there. Flour, it's 1 ball of dough. You know, that would be the pork. Frying them in here, and then this is how they come out. Dog treats. Life Skills TTP, Champarelli, and Mobo. The moment of truth, Mobo and Champ. Will they eat these dog treats? Well, you know I gave them to them before. This is all just for visual. Here we go, the moment of truth. You get treats. And you gotta realize I got 60-pound dog, man. So we gonna do the moment of truth. Let's see if they like these. I ain't gonna pretend like they ain't had these before. They done had these before. Every story, I done seen it. Different days, same. Oh yeah, it's a winner. What direction are you going? What about you? Every story, you saving yours for later? What direction are you going? Every story, what direction are you going? You gotta get you on camera, man. You gotta get a bite, buddy. Don't knock it over. What direction are you going? Are you coming with me? It's a winner? Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, fellas. So that's the dog treats, and they love it.
Good evening. Tonight, John, I have a call. Interesting. He talks about energy, vibration, blah, blah, blah. John is always talking about environments, creating environments, and so he has a few clips. Desert Strong, Nature and Area 3251. Can somebody please run the clip? I'm in the middle of a set, thank you.
Now I was talking about environment, so when I got here, none of this was here around this tree. It was just blank. This was dirt. And so I built bird boxes, and I'll show you the pictures of the birds later, but I built bird boxes. There's the bird seed. And so I have birds, hawks. I call those birds that ride together, they're gangsters. I'll show you those. The hawks actually eat those. I actually got one of those on camera. And so, yeah, creating your own environment. So I'm just not talking. I'm actually doing it. So here's the bird seed. And I'll show you what it attracts. And right here, these are the ones I call the gangsters. These are a type of house finch. And they travel together because the hawks, there's hawks up here. I haven't seen a bald eagle, but I'm going to show you the pictures of the hawks back here. The hawks eat them. And I only caught one picture with the hawk actually catching something, even though I've tried to film them and take pictures a dozen times. So these are the house finches. They're a type of finch. I call them gangsters. They travel about 30 or 40 deep, and if they hear any kind of noise, they jet off. I believe by the end of this video, they're gonna hear something and they're gonna take off. So this is at area 3251, house finches. There they go. And see, they thought they heard something, and then they gonna come back because the food is just too much for them over here. Also, under that orange depot bucket is a brick of seed. And I covered it up because of the rain, and also because the crows came and they were just gouging it. And they don't even eat that kind of stuff, but because it's in a brick, they were able to grab enough of it, and so they just beat it up. And I covered it up at certain times because the crows only come around at certain times. And so these are the a type of finch, gangsters. And this was about 2 years ago. Yeah, I want to look at the video, see it as timestamp, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2 years ago. And they're just over there because they, And this is not on my property. This is at work. So I deliver. They trust me. So I get to go all the way up in the hills, expensive houses and things like that. And nature always seems to follow me. I'm going to tell you a story about me and my friend Gary after this, but they just seem to follow me. And so this is when I was at work. And this horse, he's like, bruh, please get me out of here. I know you see me. Help me out, man. And I was like, I can't even take you. At one time, a person up there offered me a goat. And I didn't have land at that time. But if I'd have had the land I got now, I'd have got that goat. And so I walk about a half mile up this driveway and run into this dude. And he just staring me down. I'm just like, man, you could look at the picture and tell he was serious. So I had to wait. Because I know they got a kick. And so when I came back, they was darting off. So back to my story about me and my friend Gary. And for the purpose of this, we're going to use black and white. But really, it's light skin, dark skin, native or whatever. And I'll never forget the day in '93 when we were walking and we were by this strip mall. And he told me to look up. And I looked over there and it was a raven. And he said, yeah, most of the time, wherever I'm at, if I look, I could find that raven. And I tripped out. And then after he told me about the raven, he was honest enough to say, no, I'm a native white. And he used white, but he said, no, I'm a light-skinned native. That's what he said. And because he had the nose and everything, but he was cool. But he was the only one that told me the truth, and that changed my life in 1993. It opened my eyes to a whole new perspective about the skin color games, and that's why I don't play in it. I go with energy, action. You're a good human being. you got some integrity, something about yourself, you stand up, you might tell me, hey, that ain't cool. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm back, and this environment is more appropriate. And in this next set of clips, we're going to talk about accipiter bicolor hawk. Fascinating stuff. He was able to catch this rare specimen on his property. I'm excited to see what adventures my friend John will come up with next. Enjoy your day.
Now this hawk, it took me a while before I actually caught him because I really didn't know what it was. See, I have like 8 giant pine trees on here and they go up at the top. But because I have an ecosystem and a lot of birds, they eat the finches. So the finches hide in these bushes you see right here, and the hawk just be waiting. There's one in there right now. And it hangs out by my barn right here. And I know it's all love. That's good luck. I know it. He hangs out at the barn. He just be chilling. And I didn't know that they actually ate other birds. So this is the hawk that comes, it's seasonal. They come down at a certain time of the year, and then when it gets hotter, I don't see them anymore. They kind of disappear, or they migrate somewhere else. I'll check on that. But this is in the back. This is in one of the pine trees on the thing, and this is on top of my barn, which is incomplete at the time, but I'm gonna have that done in the next 3 months. I've been procrastinating on that. And this is also by the barn. It's up at the top, and top of the tree, area 3251. And all of these pictures are from different years. They're from 23, 24, and 25, and I put them in order somewhat, but there are 3 different years where I've caught different hawks. Like this one, it actually caught a bird, but I was kind of far away. I zoomed in, but it grabbed it out of the bush, and as you can see right there at the bottom, it's grip, it's got this clip, it's got a bird. I tried to blow it up, it came out a little distorted, but he had it under his foot. And this is over here in area 3251. And this is this year. And I took this coming out the back pretty far away. I knew something was over there, but I had to put the light on it and blow it up. And sure enough, the hawk is back. 2025, he's back. I caught him then, and then I caught him right here. And I was about 30 feet away from him right here. And he had his eye on that bush, and they don't really care about me. You know what I mean? He had his eye on that bush, and he was going to get him something to eat.
I will take it from here. Thank you, Mr. Willis. John always wanted animals. And when he was an adolescent, he was not permitted to have animals, specifically dogs, at the house. So I say this with love. He's going to show you his 2 dogs Champ, which is a Staffordshire, an Aussie mix, and Mobo, who is a Belgian, Milano Dutch fox. I asked him about, why did you get a light and a dark dog? And his answer was, why are you playing color games? And then I told him, I said, aren't your 2 sons light and dark? And so I told him, I said, this is some emotional stuff that you're going through. And he rolled his eyes. So here's John with his dogs.
Welcome back, everybody. And this to my new subscribers. I am an artist, a graphic artist, graphic designer. So I'm going to play around a little bit. And so the next thing we're going to get into is when I made the dog bed. And economically, I actually made it out of scraps. And the disaster thing that I bought, that shed that had 1,000 screws, ridiculous. And so I turned it into a doghouse because you got to understand, I made a mistake when I bought it. And who buys a shed in a box? So here we go. Roll the clip. Yes, and you got to understand that shed I bought in a box was almost $600. These are, that you see on the side, are the panels from the shed. The only thing I used from that shed. I will say this, do not buy a shed in a box. I could have built it myself like I did. And
so the doghouse is done. You know, they done thrashed it by now. So I was showing you when I was first building it. This is done. You know what time it is. Good vibes only. Area 30 Champ in Mobo. I'm going to tell you the truth about this. So I buy this shed, right? This shed comes and it has 1,000 screws. I'm talking about, it's ridiculous. Look. And so I get in there. I get my neighbor across the street to help me. He's like, this is some nonsense. And so this is what I made out of it. And I didn't even use their screws and stuff. I didn't use their screws and stuff, but I will never do that again. Buy a shed in a box. I gotta finish this right here though. But yeah, that's their thing.
Okay, be patient. We're gonna get to Champ and Mobo. But this idea actually came from me and her. She likes to look on Pinterest, and she has the thing for aesthetics. So she likes certain things that look a certain way. And we actually collaborated on this and came up with this for the dogs, because previously we only had one dog. He had a nice little cushy mat. It was cool. Champ, life before his new brother, life before his king-size bed. And she actually went and got him and then act like he was going to just stay 15 pounds. So he has a pug mentality. And this is his cousin Thunder, who just, they act like they like each other sometimes, but they be tripping. And so life before the king-size bed.
direction are you going? Every story. What direction are you going? Every story. What direction are you going? Every story. What direction are you going? Are you coming with me?
Fella! Where you at, champion? Where's Mobo? Hey, buddy. Y'all over there hiding? Alright, offline. Here's one. I'm waiting on the other one. Mobo! Look at that. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Mobo, he's the pup. That's why he was. We haven't had him that long. Well, 10 months. We got him when he was 9 months, but the champ's 4 years old. All right, y'all. I got something for you, fella. Got something for y'all. See what we got. Y'all like pizza? Oh, you like pizza? See? Oh, he took his. He's out of here. He's out of here. He always acts like that.
He gonna eat his because he's sad. He's sad. He's like, oh, kid, that's nothing. All right, offline. Okay, we offline. What's up, champ? We got champ Mobo. We got Mo Beezy. Yeah, so I'm offline. I just wanted to tell y'all that there's many different YouTubes. The top YouTube people have 250 million subscribers. T-Series. And they go viral probably every 2 minutes. And so most of the rest of the spaces that we're in, the next person has 170 million subscribers, nursery rhymes. So you have to know that they're the ones that bring in all the bread. And they're Indian companies, Bollywood, stuff like that, and the nursery rhymes things are children's things, which is why they're very sensitive about the minor thing, and you actually have some facts and some receipts about that, because a lot of their revenue comes from that. I say that in the front. I have a breakdown in the front of this episode 35 offline. There's a breakdown of it. So I say that to say that when I came on, I could look at it and see that it needs some structure. And what they do is they put people that are sitting in the same place and hope that they fight. But you know, if you got original content and you're doing your thing and you're gonna stand alone, that doesn't make any difference. They got people they pay to come jack with you. Okay, I'm not doing nothing. I could explain many different things in the last year. Y'all be like, what? So just know that they play a lot of games with us. So you gotta have your stuff a little high tech. Not ABC 1, 2, 3. I don't want to grow. None of that stuff. Because they actually have stuff like that generates all the money. Anyway. Yeah, what you waiting on? The Scooby Snack? What's up with y'all, man? Yeah, we in real time. What is this? Wednesday morning. Okay, so that's Mobo and Champ. Champ is a Staffordshire Aussie mix, and Mobo is a Belgian Milano Dutch Fox. Champ and Mobo. Earlier, I was talking about Gary and I, and what I forgot to tell you is what he told me. He had read my lines in my hands, and he was like, oh, yeah, not on your nose. And he was telling me something about a hawk. And most of my life since then, when he told me that, I would look for birds. And I would never see them. So I felt that his raven thing, because he was a white native, was specific to him. And maybe he was just making me feel some kind of way because we were friends. But 32 years later, I moved here in 22. It rang true, because the hawk is always here and it never leaves. And every year it's here, and even sometimes in between. So this is Life Skills TTP, the power of shared experience. And I hope you guys like the video. I appreciate you taking your time. Until next time.